Thanks for inviting us in. It's 11 o'clock, and we want to begin tonight with an Indianapolis man who told us he was ripped off after a person on Facebook Marketplace gave him counterfeit cash, and he told us he isn't alone. Our Chase Howell talked with a man who got scammed and police about how to protect yourself from this kind of crime.
Security video from Adam Bauman's home Sunday night shows the whole transaction go down. You can see a black Mercedes pull up and Bauman walk up to the car with the jewelry he was selling.
Kind of leaned down in the car and he was like, okay, well, here's your money. And he started counting them, 100, 50, 200.
Then as he's walking away, he says the supposed cash he was holding felt funny.
As I got in the house and turned the light on, I seen the first two bills had the same exact serial numbers on it, which I knew then was an issue. That was a problem.
Bauman says that's when he called police.
There's just something in my head saying that I needed to check it.
Earl Townsend lives in Speedway and says the same thing happened to him on Friday by the same people that scammed Bauman.
I had a counterfeit pen in my pocket, and as I walked back towards the door, I thought to stop for a second, check it. Once I checked it, they all came back fake.
Both men say they were messaging with a Facebook user with the name Jaslyn Price, but when it came to picking up the items,
she informed me that her fiance was going to come pick it up.
Said it was for their brother, that he'd be here shortly.
While someone with IMPD wasn't available for an interview, they sent over some best practices when selling or buying something online, like verifying the seller's identity and opting to use credit cards or apps like Venmo, Cash App, or Zelle when making or taking payments. And while the two may be out hundreds of dollars, they're walking away with a valuable lesson.
Looking back to it, it would be checking the money before I hand it over to the system, the game system.
If I had to do it again, I would definitely have a stronger face-to-face with them, and just be cautious of everything right now.
While I did reach out to IMPD for an interview and for information when it comes to the counterfeit cash, they did not confirm if they were investigating these cases. Reporting in Indianapolis, Chase Howell, 13 News.
Tonight at 11, police are searching for the person who shot a driver along I-465. Investigators tonight are telling 13 News the suspect left the scene after pulling the trigger. Now, the injured driver is expected to be okay. All of this unfolding around 1 this afternoon near Michigan Road. State police tonight are telling us the man drove himself to a nearby restaurant and called 911. He was said to be stable. And now police are hoping witnesses can help them track down the shooter. So if you were in this area, saw it happen, maybe caught it on camera, please call Indiana State Police. We've got the contact info on WTHR.com. Right now, police are working to determine how a body ended up in a pond near a golf course on the east side of Indianapolis. Someone reported seeing the body around 4 this afternoon. That discovery happening along Gulfstream Drive, that's near 21st and German Church. Police tell us they believe the body is an adult. At this time, investigators don't know how long that body was in the water. It has been 31 years since Carmen Hope Van Huss was raped and murdered here in Indianapolis. Her dad found his daughter's body inside of her apartment. And since that day, back in 1993, her family has been left wondering who did it. But tonight, a break in that case. A man arrested and charged. Our Logan Gay is here at 11 to break down how tenacity and technology led police to a suspect. Logan?
Yes, Scott, police say advancements in DNA testing and information found in genealogy databases led investigators to a man in Missouri, 52-year-old Dana Jermaine Shepard.
Andrea and Jimmy, I won't pretend to know what you are feeling today, but I do hope this is the first step in providing what closure the criminal justice system can.
Closure that's coming 31 years after 19-year-old Carmen Van Huss was raped and brutally stabbed to death in her North Indianapolis apartment.
Anytime you see a case like this, you immediately think of Carmen and Carmen's family and what they've had to deal with over the course of the last 30 years, understanding that they are still grieving the loss of their family member, of their loved one, while the person who we are alleging is ultimately responsible for these acts is walking around and enjoying their freedom.
But now, police have arrested the person they believe is responsible for Carmen's murder, Dana Jermaine Shepard.
Today's arrest demonstrates the commitment of our unsolved homicide unit.
Carmen's brother was a freshman in high school when she was killed. He says he's grateful to the detectives for not giving up.
There's a lot of people that miss Carmen all these years. She had a lot of family, a lot of friends. She had cousins that loved her like sisters. She had an aunt and uncle that loved her like a daughter. She wasn't able to experience her college graduation or have a wedding or any of life's events that she missed out on.
Carmen's father died years ago without any answers about his daughter's death.
For my dad to have to find his daughter after what was brutally done to her makes this day bittersweet. I wish he was here to see it.
Now Carmen's family is hoping the advances in DNA testing will help more people get these kinds of answers they've been waiting for.
We have hope that any similar case with DNA can get this same treatment with the genealogy and then everything we have available today. I want all of them to get the same attention and maybe we can have some more outcomes like this.
We're committed to it. In each case, we continue to work independently. If we can find enough evidence, then we'll seek the funding, we'll find the dollars, and we'll commit to it.
Police say Shepard was Carmen's neighbor at the time of her murder. He's now facing 2 counts of murder and 1 count of rape. Shepard is currently being held in Missouri jail, awaiting a hearing to determine when he'll be brought back to Marion County.
Temperatures right now in the 50s and 60s. We're hanging on to 65 in Indianapolis, but already down to 55 in Kokomo and Muncie. Currently 56 in Terre Haute and 60 degrees in Shelbyville. Maybe a sweatshirt early tomorrow morning. It's going to be cool again. Upper 40s to mid 50s is where we'll start our Wednesday. Sunrise is at 7:16. Expecting a mix of sun and clouds tomorrow afternoon. It will be warmer, highs in the mid 80s.
Well, the motorcycles will do 200 and some miles an hour.
Well, we all know the track here in Indianapolis, famous for fast cars, but some neighbors in Greenwood are telling 13 News people are taking speedway rules to US 31, and they're not happy about it at all. We're talking about speeding, reckless driving, and yes, racing. So here's the problem. US 31, as you know, is not built for IndyCar, and this isn't a new problem. But people who live nearby say it's really hard to avoid. One person called it a drag strip. Greenwood police are telling us it frustrates them as well.
I know that I'm older now, so I'm more aware of it. Also, social media may play a role in that.
So far this year, officers have conducted 985 directed patrols. That's when police officers sit and watch traffic in hotspots. Officer Jason Grable told us, if you see someone driving dangerously, please reach out to police. Here's a look at the other stories making headlines right now. Tonight, a man is dead after a double shooting on the south side of Indianapolis. All of this unfolding early this morning on Independence Drive near Meridian and Hannah Avenue. Police found a man on the back patio of a home. He died at the hospital. A second man showed up at a hospital with a gunshot wound. Tonight, IMPD is confirming that person was detained and later released by detectives. Now, police believe both cases are connected. Tonight, we're working to figure out what led to a crash involving a car and an Indigo bus. 5 people were taken to the hospital. This was the scene near Capitol and Walnut around 1 o'clock this afternoon. We don't have any word yet on the severity of any of the injuries. Construction is now beginning on the Henry Street Bridge on the west side of Indianapolis. Part of the White River Trail is closing. Now there is an alternate route for bicyclists and pedestrians. South White River Parkway is also closing between Washington and Oliver Avenue. That detour will take drivers along Harding. Tonight we're getting our first look at a new sports park about to open in Greenwood. The new 40-acre facility is located off I-65 near the Worthsville Road exit. The $10 million project features baseball and softball fields, trails, a state-of-the-art playground, and a splash pad. The official grand opening takes place on Friday. Remember, you can find all of our latest local stories anytime on our 13 News app.